Think that budget TV is saving you money? It could end up costing you far more than you expected. Today, we're revealing which TV brands are known for long-term reliability and which ones have left many buyers disappointed after the purchase. Watch until the end to discover the brands you can trust in 2026 before you spend your hard-earned money. If this video helps you avoid overpaying, make sure to like and subscribe for more honest TV breakdowns. And comment below, do you watch TV in a bright room or a dark cinema setup? That one detail changes everything. The stakes have changed. Why TV shopping is more confusing than ever. Think buying a TV is just about finding the biggest screen for the lowest price? That's exactly how thousands of people end up regretting their purchase. The TV market in 2026 looks better than ever on the surface, but behind the flashy displays and massive discounts, there's a completely different story. Every brand promises incredible picture quality, smarter software, and unbelievable value. But not every TV is built with the same priorities. Some are designed to impress you for 5 minutes in the showroom, while others are designed to perform reliably for years. A decade ago, shopping for a television was much simpler. You'd recognize a trusted brand, compare a few models, and expect that TV to stay in your living room for 7, 8, or even 10 years. Today, the competition is all about delivering larger screens at lower prices, and to make that happen, manufacturers often have to reduce costs somewhere. The problem is those cost-cutting decisions usually aren't visible when you're standing in the store. They happen inside the TV, where most buyers never think to look. That's where the real difference begins. A TV might advertise 4K resolution, HDR, and a modern smart platform. But long-term reliability depends on the quality of the power supply, backlight system, cooling design, internal components, and overall quality control. These aren't exciting marketing features. Yet they're often the reason one television keeps running smoothly for years, while another starts developing problems shortly after the warranty expires. A cheaper price today can sometimes become a much more expensive decision later. So instead of focusing only on flashy specifications, we're looking at the bigger picture. We've analyzed long-term ownership experiences, repair trends, reliability reports, professional reviews, and real customer feedback to identify which brands consistently earn buyer confidence and which ones continue raising concerns. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which brands deserve your money and which ones are worth thinking twice about. And before we reveal the safest long-term choices, we first need to talk about the brands that create the biggest risks for buyers. The bottom of the barrel. Why zombie brands can cost you more. Ever wondered why two TVs with nearly identical specs can have completely different ownership experiences? The answer often isn't the screen, it's the name printed on the front. Some of the lowest priced televisions come from what many enthusiasts refer to as zombie brands. Familiar names like Westinghouse and RCA, along with budget-focused brands such as Element and some store-exclusive models, still carry decades of brand recognition. But today's products often have very little connection to the companies that originally built those reputations. In many cases, these brand names are licensed to different manufacturers whose primary goal is producing televisions at the lowest possible cost. That business model can lead to inconsistent quality from one model to another. One year's TV may perform reasonably well, while the next version could use completely different internal components. Since the focus is usually affordability rather than long-term durability, quality control can vary much more than buyers expect. That's why online owner experiences often feel inconsistent. Some customers have no issues, while others encounter problems much sooner than expected. Talk to independent repair technicians or browse long-term owner forums, and you'll notice similar patterns appearing again and again. Common hit night. Not every unit will fail early, of course. But these recurring reports make these brands a much bigger gamble than many shoppers realize. Saving a couple $100s up front doesn't feel like much of a bargain if you're replacing the TV only a few years later. If your goal is buying the cheapest TV possible for occasional use, these brands may still have a place. But if you're shopping for the main television in your home, the one your family watches every day, it's usually smarter to spend a little more for a product with a stronger reliability record. Fortunately, not every affordable brand falls into this category. In the next section, we'll talk about two companies that have completely changed the budget TV market, delivering incredible features at surprisingly low prices. but they come with an important trade-off every buyer should understand before making a decision. The budget darlings. Incredible value. But is there a catch? What if I told you some of the best-looking TVs in the store are also the biggest gamble over the long run? That's exactly where brands like TCL and Hisense come into the conversation. Unlike the budget brands we just discussed, these companies aren't simply licensing old brand names. They design, manufacture, and constantly improve their own televisions, which is why they've become two of the fastest-growing TV brands in the world. If you've been shopping recently, you've probably noticed they're offering premium-looking features at prices that almost seem impossible. And honestly, that's what makes them so appealing. Mini LED backlighting, quantum dot color, 120 Hz gaming, HDMI 2.1, Google TV, Dolby Vision. You'll often find features that used to belong only on flagship models costing thousands of dollars. For many buyers, these TVs deliver an incredible viewing experience. Movies look vibrant, HDR content has impressive brightness, and gaming performance is far better than most people expect at these prices. It's easy to understand why so many shoppers feel like they've found the perfect deal. But here's where things become more complicated. While both brands have made significant improvements over the last several years, long-term consistency is still the question many experienced buyers ask. Browse owner communities, long-term reviews, or repair discussions, and you'll occasionally see reports of issues like uneven panels, backlight failures, software glitches, or quality differences between identical models. Many owners enjoy years of flawless performance, while others experience problems much sooner. That inconsistency, not necessarily poor performance, is what makes these brands a calculated risk rather than a guaranteed recommendation. So should you avoid TCL or Hisense? Not at all. If you're working with a limited budget, they remain some of the strongest values available today. Just shop a little smarter. Buy from a retailer with a generous return policy. Inspect your TV carefully during the return window. Keep your warranty information, and consider extended coverage if the price makes sense. For many people, these brands deliver exceptional value. But before you decide, let's move into the brands that have built their reputation on long-term trust, premium engineering, and consistent quality. The premium contenders. Samsung versus LG. When people decide they want a TV they'll keep for years, the conversation usually comes down to two names. But which one actually deserves your money? Samsung and LG have spent years competing at the highest level, and while both produce outstanding televisions, they excel in very different areas. Choosing between them isn't simply about buying the better brand. It's about choosing the TV that best fits the way you actually watch. Let's start with Samsung. If your living room gets plenty of natural sunlight, Samsung immediately becomes a serious contender. The company's premium Neo QLED and QD OLED models are known for outstanding brightness, vibrant colors, and some of the best anti-reflection technology available today. Sports, daytime TV, and HDR movies all benefit from that extra brightness, helping the picture maintain its impact even when the room isn't completely dark. Samsung also offers a polished smart TV experience with fast performance and excellent gaming support across much of its lineup. LG, on the other hand, has earned its reputation by mastering OLED technology. Because every pixel controls its own light, OLED delivers true blacks, incredible contrast, and a cinematic image that's difficult for traditional LED TVs to match. That's why movie lovers, home theater enthusiasts, and gamers continue recommending LG's OLED lineup year after year. Burn-in concerns have also become much less significant for most normal users thanks to years of improvements in panel technology and built-in protection features, making today's OLED TVs much more practical than many people still assume. So, which brand wins this round? The honest answer is neither, because they solve different problems. Samsung is an outstanding choice if you need maximum brightness and excellent all-around performance in brighter rooms. LG shines when picture accuracy, cinematic contrast, and gaming performance are your highest priorities. Both brands have earned strong reputations for quality, but our final recommendation goes one step further. There's one manufacturer that consistently earns praise, not only for picture quality, but also for engineering, processing, and long-term buyer confidence. And that's exactly where we're headed next. The final conclusion. So, After looking at every category, what's the biggest lesson from all of this? It's simple. Don't buy a TV based on the price tag alone. The cheapest TV isn't always the best value, and the most expensive TV isn't automatically the right choice either. The smartest purchase is the one that matches your room, your viewing habits, and how long you expect your TV to last. When you look beyond flashy marketing and focus on real-world performance and reliability, choosing the right TV becomes much easier. If you're shopping on a tight budget, brands like TCL and Hisense continue to deliver some of the strongest value on the market, especially if you buy from a retailer with a solid return policy. If your priority is bright room performance, sports, and vibrant HDR, Samsung remains an excellent option with some of the brightest displays available today. And if you're a movie lover or serious gamer who wants those perfect OLED blacks and premium gaming features, LG continues to be one of the easiest recommendations you can make. But if I had to recommend just one brand for buyers who simply want the best balance of picture quality, engineering, processing, and long-term peace of mind, my choice would still be Sony. While Sony TVs often cost a little more upfront, you're investing in excellent image processing, consistent quality control, and a reputation that's been built over decades, not just on marketing, but on delivering televisions that owners continue enjoying for years. Sometimes paying a little more today can save you from replacing your TV much sooner than expected. At the end of the day, no TV is perfect, and every brand has strengths and weaknesses. That's why the best buying strategy is to focus on the specific model you're considering, compare reliable reviews, and purchase from a retailer that offers a good return policy and warranty support. A little research before you buy can save you hundreds of dollars and years of frustration later. If this guide helped you make your TV buying decision a little easier, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel reach more people looking for honest, no-nonsense tech advice. And if you're planning to upgrade your TV this year, let me know down in the comments. Which brand do you trust the most, and which one has given you the best experience? I read as many comments as I can, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you're interested in any of the TVs we discussed today, you'll find links to them in the description below, so you can check the latest prices and availability. And finally, make sure you're subscribed because we've got more in-depth TV comparisons, buying guides, and the best soundbars of 2026 coming very soon. Thanks for watching. Stay smart with your tech purchases, and I'll see you in the next video.